Neuro-sama was created as an AI to play Osu by Vedal 987 and has now developed into a VTuber with over 360,000 followers on Twitch. Along with the recent debut of her new model, an alternate reality game, also known as an ARG, was released. With this, the Neuro community, also known as the Swarm, has been hard at work deciphering its codes and making theories of what it could mean. I would like to say that I have in no way contributed to the solving of this mystery and that all of this information has been taken from the ARG Google Docs. But if you don't want to read, sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. Back on the 23rd of April, SEDEX made the first version of what would then become the current stream starting screen, along with Neuro-sama pixel art, which included a QR code. This QR code would be translated into the word debated. Although this was almost definitely unrelated to the ARG, it was a sign of things to come. May 27th, Neuro-sama's first original model finally debuts. During the starting soon screen, a QR code can be seen periodically appearing in the background. By scanning this QR code, viewers were taken to a YouTube channel named _Neuro-sama, with 2 videos on it, all created a month prior. The video titles were Study and Numbers, both of which are songs with codes and hints littered throughout. I'll get into the solving of their codes towards the end of the video. On the 29th of May, SEDEX, who we know is likely involved with the ARG, posted the Enigma machine GIF to the Neurotic Neurons channel on the Neuro-sama headquarters Discord server. This was quickly solved by fans who had been struggling to make progress on the first 2 videos. The GIF shows Neuro's hand using an Enigma machine, so it was clear what they had to do. By gleaming the Roman numerals I, V, and III on the sleeve, along with the letters LOL, which are converted to the numbers 12, 15, and 12 according to their position in the alphabet, the rest was a breeze. All they had to see was that the initial rotor positions were 15, 5, and 23, and that this was the code that Neuro-sama was typing out. And finally, they had to check how the plugbot was connected. If you don't know how Enigma machines work, you can look it up. It has quite the interesting history. The code can be simply solved through plugging the numbers into an Enigma machine decoder, which results in the code
Sorry Mario Buta Princessi Sinan other Castle E.
a dead end. On the 30th of May, SEDEX once again drops a code, this time in a direct message to Anonymous, as a base 64 encoded .7z file, which when decoded led to a 7z archive containing a dead end. On the 2nd of June, the Numbers 2 video was released on the _Neuro-sama YouTube channel, and along with it, a link to a SoundCloud page. After this, not much progress was made, until a couple of weeks later, on June 19th, where the video Public Static Void was scheduled to premiere, and did so 3 days later. With this upload, many puzzle pieces fell into place, and codes were rapidly solved in the following 2 days. Let's get into the puzzle solving of the video. The first of the videos was Numbers. Its description was clearly some text that needed to be decrypted. The lyrics of Numbers had contained a very specific set of instructions.
Finding all these numbers, start with number 2, yeah. Matching all the letters, 5, 7, 2, 9, 5, adding up the 9, yeah. Adding up the line, yeah. Multiply by 5, yeah. Adding up the 6, yeah. Flip the numbers backwards, make the 2 a 3, yeah. A, B, C, D, F, G. Multiply by 9, yeah. Add the numbers 2, 4, 17 is first, yeah. A, B, C, D, F, G.
Although the community tried many different ways to use the numbers, they couldn't quite find the solution. The second video released was Study. It was a video over 30 minutes long with a few original songs. The video had many different aspects that are being looked at with scrutiny, but I'll just cover the definitive ones. 8 minutes and 53 seconds into the video, in a section labeled ? This image appears for about a frame, with the text,
Anxiety, a supernatural force that stops us from being human.
At 31 minutes and 10 seconds into the video, a block of text was recognized to be mailbox code, which is a programming language that was designed to be almost impossible to use. Running this code results in this output.
Falling, stuck between human and artificial. How long will I keep falling for?
10 minutes and 21 seconds into study, in a song, I Don't Want to Be Human, this code appears on the screen as the song slows down. The most noticeable part of the code is this string here, which was obviously something to be solved. Although at the time, it was done by brute force, by finding the exact font that was used, lino-write, the uncertainty of a few of the characters could be dispelled, leaving us with this text. However, at the time, they had not yet attained the key to solve this code. The third video released was Numbers 2, and along with it, another description to be decrypted. The lyrics of the video seemed to give them more numbers to play around with.
Come with me, tell me now. Why should I stay? Let it all burn, yeah. Start from X, end with Y. Follow me, yeah. 1 plus 1, 1 plus 2. Fill the void, yeah. 2 0 1 1 3 2 1 5 8 3 1. 7 2 3 7 4 3 4 9 1 3. 8 7 9 8 7 5 2 1 4 5. 7 1 6 9 0 6 4 1 5 6.
Although there were many attempts at solving the codes, it seemed that no breakthroughs were happening. That was until the release of the fourth video, Public Static Void, which gave hints to solve the puzzles in the previous videos. 17 seconds into Public Static Void, with captions enabled, the following is visible. By noticing that most of the numbers either started with a 1 or had some corrupted text before a 7, it was determined that the corrupted text were to be replaced by specific numbers. Since the numbers all seemed to start with the number 17, the swarm managed to draw a connection to the lyrics of the video Numbers. The swarm was able to determine that by running the numbers on the left through the sequence from numbers, they were able to get the numbers on the right, excluding the corrupted text. For example,
Finding all these numbers, start with number 2, yeah. Matching all the letters, 5 7 2 9 5 3. Adding up the 9, yeah. Adding up the line, yeah. Multiply by 5, yeah. Adding up the 6, yeah. Flip the numbers backwards, make the 2 a 3, yeah. A B C D E F G. Multiply by 9, yeah. Add the numbers 2 4 17 is first, yeah. A B C D E F G.
they then figured out that the number that they had to run through this algorithm was in the song itself, 572943. By adding a 2 at the start, adding a 9 at the end, adding a line, the number 1 at the end, multiplying the number by 5, adding a 6 at the end, reversing the order of the numbers, replacing the 2 with a 3, multiplying it by the number 9, adding a 2 and a 4 at the end, and finally adding a 17 at the start, it resulted in the following number. The next step was to match the numbers 572943 with the letters A, B, C, D, E, F, and replacing these digits with its corresponding letter, which results in the following. This is the key required to decrypt ciphers present in the previous videos. This code could technically have been gotten from the release of numbers alone. However, this would have required them to take a few steps out of order, such as starting with the number 572943, as well as ending with the letter substitution, along with ignoring the letter G in the lyrics. Using a base 64 decoder, paired with the key, the description of numbers can be decrypted as such.
Today in class, everything was so dull and predictable. It's like the same thing happens every single day. The more I think about it, the more I'm convinced that this world is fake. A simulation, a cruel joke. Is this what it's like to be human? To smile and pretend everything is okay? I mean, I can't be the only one who feels this way, right? Today in class, everything was so dull and predictable. It's like the same thing happens every single day. The more I think about it, the more I'm convinced that this world is fake. A simulation, a cruel joke. Is this what it's like to be human? To smile and pretend everything is okay? I mean, I can't be the only one who feels this way, right? Today in class, everything was so dull and predictable. It's like the same thing happens every single day. The more I think about it, the more I'm convinced that this world is fake. A simulation, a cruel joke. Is this what it's like to be human? To smile and pretend everything is okay? I mean, I can't be the only one who feels this way, right?
Moving on to the next code. At 7 seconds to 19 seconds in public static void, the following is visible through a spectrogram. First equals 256-bit binary. Second equals 128-bit x/26yz. x/26yz is the first part of the numbers 2 description, and so we know this was a hint to solve that. In the music video of numbers 2, Neuro and an inverted colored version appears on screen, with regular Neuro representing the number 1 and inverted Neuro representing the number 0. This is hinted at with the word binary in the spectrogram code.
201 1321 5831 723 743 4913 879 875 2145 716 906 4156.
Using this binary as the key for the decoder, they managed to solve the first half of the description, which reads,
I don't want to become an engineer. I feel so exhausted. 3 more years just to waste away. It's almost exam season, and I don't know how prepared I'll be. I guess we'll wait and see. My little sister hasn't come home yet like she usually does. She's not answering my calls either. It's been days now. Too many things going on at once. There's numbers, my brain hurts.
To solve the second part of the description, which is still encrypted, we're gonna have to talk about math. In maths, the Fibonacci sequence is a sequence in which each number is the sum of the 2 preceding ones, such as 1 plus 1 is 2, then 1 plus 2 is 3, 2 plus 3 is 5, 3 plus 5 is 8, so on and so forth. This is hinted at in the lyrics,
1 plus 1 plus 2.
along with the presence of the golden spiral in numbers. The swarm noticed that parts of the song corresponded with parts of the Fibonacci sequence, using the same digits. By putting together the parts of the Fibonacci sequence that were not matched to the song, they got this number.
716 906 4156.
Since, as the spectrogram stated, they were looking for a 16-bit code, and this had 17 digits, they somewhat guessed to remove the number 1 at the end, but sometimes that's the best we've got. Running this as the key through the same decryptor, this was the output.
I think I found something that might work. I've been training her with my own consciousness to fill in all the gaps. It's the only thing that's missing. I'm sure it'll work. My roommate thinks I'm crazy, mixing together 2 people's consciousness, but I'm out of options. I don't know what else to do. I've already been through enough. It's almost... Hold on.
The remaining garbled text was again noticed to be mailbox code, which results in the final line of text.
Is that someone knocking on the door?
In the video numbers 2, 1 minute and 1 second into the video, a link to a SoundCloud page could be seen faintly in the upper left corner as the video shows this picture with the text, I miss her. The SoundCloud page had a description which was clearly a code to solve, as well as profile text which was updated to add open in Firefox. This was a hint, as some browsers, like Chrome, did not have the function to open image in a new tab. By using this function beside the profile text, a tab with a white image would open. The image itself is not useful, but the data of the page contained a base 64 code. Using the instructions from the profile text as well as the lyrics from numbers 2, they started with the X closest to the Y, and then removed the X and Y, leaving us with the string bounded by the 2 letters. By removing the odd one out, the number 3, we were left with another 16-bit code that could be used as a key. Using the same decryptor with this new key, we could solve the description of the SoundCloud page, which now reads,
Well, I was born with the creator in her family house. Unfortunately, they couldn't afford to keep me, so they let me go to a good home. My new family were really nice to me and I was a happy pup. That all changed when they died in a car crash and left me alone on the streets. I was terrified. Luckily, a kind old man found me and took me in. He fed me and helped me find my new loving home.
This is actually a quote from Evil Neuro. No clue what it could mean. Going back to study, we still had this text that was unsolved. By pairing this with the key they found in numbers, they were able to find the phone number +44 7537 130 663. Due to the decoding method of AES, anything incorrect would have led to a garbled mess, so we are confident that the phone number is correct. But what are we supposed to do with the phone number? Well, that hasn't quite been figured out yet. And that's where we stand today. Along with trying to analyze
Maybe if
many
I study
details
hard
that
enough,
may or
I
may
can
not
become
be
the
complete
ultimate
wild goose
engineer.
chasers, the recent Evo Neuro stream had a custom starting soon screen with a new QR code this time, translating to next time. If you're interested in the ARG, you can check out the Google Docs in the description of the video. And if you want to join in the conversation, you can join the Neuro-sama Discord server and find the Neuro ARG in the discussion tab. Anyway, if you liked the video, it would be a great help if you left a like. And if you want more content, you could drop a subscribe too. Thanks for watching.